Hi, hello, good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for coming to join me today. I'm just continuing to do the abandoned journal project, and it's actually not a journal anymore. I've actually split it into two journals because it was just getting so big. So, yeah, I've got two journals now. Hey ho. It's the way it happens sometimes, isn't it? I just found that it was getting thicker and thicker, and I just got too many pages in it to have just two signatures. I could have split it down and had more than two signatures, but I decided just to do two separate journals. So that's what I'm doing. We worked on both of these when you were with me last time. Let's put that one over there. I think this was the one that I've done. So we did a couple of pockets where it was a flip out with a pocket and a pocket and a pocket, so three pockets. And I've actually now put tags into this one. I haven't done them in the other one yet. So we've got this handsome gentleman there on the front, and I think he's an inventor, this guy, and he invents different pressure gauges. And he's got a lady friend that he intends to marry, and she's waiting for him because he's out in the shed a lot doing his developing. And then finally they get married. That goes in there, and then they have a son. So that's my little story for that's the story for today. I feel like Jackanory. Those in America or abroad won't know what Jackanory is. It was a story time for kids when I was little and when my kids were little. So that's what I'm doing. I'm going to work on both, but you may see me just working on one. I don't know how many videos I'm going to do, but I'll just keep going, I think, until we've got them finished. So I turned the video on earlier this morning and started talking to you all, and as soon as I did, the guy across the road had somebody come to cut his hedge, and the noise was just horrendous. I can still hear it, but they're round the back, so hopefully it's not as noisy for you now. I wanted to work on this page, so I'm going to take that page out. You can see that it's a little bit shorter than the one next to it, so I want to extend it a little bit, but not all the way down. So I'd had an idea what I wanted to do, and that's what I'm going to do with you. And I'm repeating myself because I had to switch the video off. So I've got this beautiful lady. I'm going to say that it's from Amy. Amy, if it's not yours, give me a shout. But it was in my Amy box. So if it's not Amy's, I don't know whose it is. But I thought that looked really nice on there. So I want to extend it slightly past the page. And then on the other side, I want to put another tag. So they're both going to be pockets. So it's going to be a pocket on this side, and I want it to be a pocket on that side. And I've had a bit of difficulty trying to get my head around how to put this together, how to construct it. So what I've done is I've stitched round two sides on that one, and I've stitched round those edges there. And then I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to glue those two together. And I'm going to glue those two together. I'm going to do it. And then we'll see if we think it'll work, because hopefully it will. So I want to glue these two bits to, oh, sorry, I'm going to bump you a minute because I just want to see where I am with that. I bet you can still hear that hedge trimming going on. Not a lot I can do about it because it's a case of, you know, doing a video when you've got time in your day, isn't it, sometimes? So I'm sure it's nearly finished. It's not that big a hedge and he's been at it all day. So I've glued down there, and then I want that to go over there. I'm going to have to see how far it can stick out, aren't I? Because I don't want it hanging over, you know, kind of past. So I think I want it about there, so you can still see the music page. that will flip out, and then we've got that on there. I think that will work. And so I'm going to put a bit of glue under there to hold it down. And then I'll put a bit of glue here to hold it there. I don't know if this will work or not. I think it will. In my head, it will work. And then, so I'm going to stitch, just check them in frame. I'm going to stitch down there and across there, and I'm hoping it's light enough still. It was a lovely sunny morning and it would have been so much better if I could have done it then. So it's stitched across there, and I'm going to stitch down there. Will that work? I know I haven't glued it to this page. Too late now because I've stuck it on. But I don't think that'll matter because I'm going to stitch it there. It's not going anywhere. I might be able to, excuse my head, put a little bit of glue on there and a little bit of glue there. It's not going anywhere, I'm sure it's not. Okay, so I'm going to stitch down that bit and across there. I know that's a little bit longer than that, but it doesn't matter. Right, bear with me while I go and do some stitching. Okay, I'm back. Just make sure I'm not putting that upside down. So that will go there. Isn't she just beautiful? So that's going to go there. And that is a tuck spot. Quite like that there, actually. I think she's a musician. I think she's a pianist. And he's a saxophonist. Saxophonist, is that the word? I like that. So I'm going to leave that there. I'm happy with that there as a tag. And then when we flip over the page, we've got this, and this is going to be a pocket as well. So I'll find something, or I'll make something that will go in there. And this door, excuse my squeaky chair, this door here, I had these little Tom Holtz, I think his name's Tim Holtz, isn't it? These little girls, and I think they're stood at their front door and they're perhaps waiting for the dad to come home. So I'll perhaps make a journal card to go in there that's got a gentleman on it, and that can be the dad. Or the mum. I could do it with a mum, couldn't I? But they're waiting for somebody to come home. And I am going to put them on there because I think they're cute, stood at the front door. They're waiting for something. Perhaps they're on a promise of, perhaps he's been away on a trip and they're on a promise of something when he gets back. And this journal, or these journals, I'm trying to do things that might have happened in a house. Do you know what I mean? It's all about old houses that have had previous lives in them. And I'm just having fun, to be honest. These kits of Amy's are just such fun. I'm going to put them there. Just hold it down for a minute. Give it a good squish. And I will do something similar in the other book as well, because I know that's got this page in it as well that is a bit short. I don't know why I got the printer setting wrong. That does keep coming out of there. I'm going to put a little bit of extra glue, and then you watch, it won't fit in at all. Do you know, that guy cutting his hedge is really bugging me now. Poor bloke, he's got to cut his hedge sometime, hasn't he? But he's had to pick the day that I wanted to do my video. Yeah, that's not going to fit then. Okay. I think I might make the tag a bit thicker. I might add something on the back, add some extra papers to it, and then it would be a bit thicker and then it won't fall out. It just keeps falling out. Right, so that's that done. It is getting very full. I don't want to put anything on there. You could still write on that. It is still writable, but I don't think I want to put anything on that one. But I do want to put something on here. I've got this, I did this in the 50 stack challenge, and that would just fit on there. So I think I'm going to do it as a flip. So if I'm going to do that as a flip in that one, I think I might try and do two. Oh, that's the lady that I was going to do on there. And again, in my head, this is an image from Amy because it's in my Amy box. I've got a sneaky feeling it's not. Never mind, I don't know where it is from. So I will do a flip somewhere in this one. But I don't know where. I could do it on that page. I might do it on that page. We'll see. I'm going to make one anyway, and then it will go somewhere. But I want it to be at the front of the book because they've already got flips at the back. So if I'm going to use that one, I need to make it something else. These are all bits and pieces that I've got already. Shuffling them around. Let me just put them, I'll balance them there. I could make one out of that. I think this is scrapbooking paper that I've got. I'm thinking I could use that. Got a couple of Tim Holtz people there. They look like kind of 1920s flapper type girls, don't they? A couple of girls out on the town. I quite like them on there because they've gone there for a dance. I think I might use that. And I will cut it roughly the same. Cut it at 4.5, that should fit. I'm going to go a bit less so that I go a bit less. And then that would make a nice journal card actually, wouldn't it? So I've got that. I need it to be, a size. Just check. It is 8 inches tall, so it wants to be just a little bit less than 8 inches. 7.5, 8. Yeah, so that is just less than 8 inches, so that would be the right height. Looks bigger to me. I'm gonna trim a little bit off. I am going to trim a bit off because I just don't want it to, I don't want to go and make it and then find it's too long. And I think I probably will end up putting it here. Yeah, that fits nice. Actually, it looks quite nice next to that. So I think I will put it there. Okay, that's a decision made. Now, how can we decorate it? I had the ladies. What have I got here? Bits and pieces. These are just my little snips and bits. All sorts of little bits and pieces. Oh, little boys come out as well. I don't think they want a little boy with them. What if we just kind of layer these ladies up? They might need a coach service because they're out on the town. So they've gone out somewhere. They've got a ticket. 35-cent ticket so they can get back. Coach service out. Reward. This is really silly, but what I'm thinking is they're looking for husbands. They're out after husbands, and they're going to give each other a reward if they find one. Silly Billy Carol. But I quite like that. I do quite like that. That's just what I'm going to do. I can be silly because I'm making a journal and it makes me smile. And if things make me smile, that's it. It's happening, folks. It's happening. I think this is a Tim Holtz ticket. I'm not really sure. Are we still on screen? We are. So I think they're travelling. There's lots of postcards here. So maybe they're going on a cruise. Maybe they're going on a cruise, or they've been on a cruise, and this is all the places that they've visited. And they're just gathering the thoughts as to where to go next. Maybe there's a reward out for them. Who knows? I just like the thought of having a reward. Oh, that's a bit sticky, isn't it? You need the bus ticket. In and out. Way up. Throw your glue. They do need that. Oops. Coach service. In and out. Shall we give them a reward? I like it. I like it. So yeah, let's give them a reward. It's either a reward out for them, or they're going to give themselves a reward for having such a good time, or the first one to get married gets a reward. Perhaps they don't want to get married. They're having too much fun. A little bit of fun. You know what I'm going to do first? I'm going to back it. Misprint, you see, but that side was okay. It ran out of ink. I'm going to back it with that. Okay. Before I put the Tim Holtz people on, because they can be a bit bumpy to glue over, says Carol, speaking from experience. Oh, that flipping man. Can you hear him? I bet you can. Stop, start, stop, start. Never mind. Okay, and I'm going to glue them on. He stopped, and I thought, oh great, he's done. So I put the video on, and I think he might have just been stopped to have his lunch. Never mind. I'm not redoing the video. Sometimes these take more gluing than you think, these Tim Holtz people, don't they? Okay. They do look like they're having fun. They've got such gorgeous smiles on the faces, haven't they? Okay, that's that one. So I'm going to stitch around that. And then this one, I like that. These are Amy's, I'm going to say cream and brown kits. Slightly darker one. No, I like this one. So they can go on there. And then this will be one for each journal, if I'm making any sense to you. cubbies on next door's garage roof, clearing the gutters. I've started doing videos today half a dozen times. I started doing one earlier, and then he started scraping the wall outside because he's doing some work on the bits outside that need painting. He's painting them, but he needed to rub them down, so that was noisy. Then he'd done that bit, so I went out. I didn't go out. I came upstairs to do a video, started the video, and then the guy across the road started trimming his bush, his hedge. So I took the dog a walk because I thought I can't do it with all the noise. See, he's gone quiet now. Came back from the walk and it was quiet, and I thought, oh great, he's finished. But I think he might have just been having his lunch. Never mind. Sometimes things are just sent to try us, aren't they? And sometimes they really do. So all I'm doing is similar to we did in the back. I just want these to be flips. Do I want to have an extra pocket? Maybe I do. That doesn't look level, so I'm going to level that up down there. Maybe it'll have a little tuck spot inside it. Right, I'm going to go and stitch around these two and I'll be back. Okay, so I've just stitched around both of them all the way around. The other reason I wanted to use this one, I think this is a Tracy Fox paper. I'm sure that's a Tracy Fox paper, but I live in Nottingham, so that's why I wanted to use that. So I'm going to fold that back on itself and then just fold it over, just to try and get that fold down there. And then put some ink on there just so that we don't see that white bit, so it's not glaring at us. So I know these, now that these are two journals, I know they have the same number of papers in them, so the same digital numbers, the same number of digital papers as well as coffee dye papers and such like, but they're not in the same order, they're in different order. Okay, so let's take a peek. I think these ladies are going to go in this one. I think they're going to go in there on that page. We've got that there, and then we've got these here. So I know it's two flips next to each other. The only other way that I could do it, no, I don't want it there. No, I'm going to do it. I'm going to put them on that page. So they're going to flip, and this is just going to be a pocket. Sorry, I'm just hesitating before I make my commitment, but I am. That's going to be a pocket there. It can have the rose peeking out, rose and a rose, so that's okay. Put some glue, close this up so it's, I know on the other one that we did, we made this into a pocket as well, didn't we? I'm not doing that with this one. Come on, Carol, give yourself some room, girl. Move that out the way. And then that is going to be a flip like that. See, I think that's very pretty. I do hope the lighting's okay. Sometimes I find when I'm doing a video and I look at my phone, it looks darker than when I actually have a look at it when I've uploaded it. It's not as dark. So I think sometimes I worry needlessly, but don't want the dark video police getting me. Right, I'm going to glue this on. Do you know what I'm thinking? Given that these two ladies, I think they're husband hunting. I think they're out looking for a husband. I think I'm going to have to look through the Tim Holtz people and see if I can come up with a couple, with a pair, because they do them in pairs, don't they? See if I can come up with two gentlemen. Maybe there's a couple of, what are they called, ne'er-do-wells that perhaps they're fortune hunting, and perhaps they're both fortune hunting. Maybe these ladies are looking for a rich man and maybe the men are looking for a rich lady. Wouldn't that be funny? Oh dear. So that's a pocket just there, and I could put a pocket on here. I've just cut Amy's, she has some pockets that go with the kits. I could put something like that on there. It kind of goes colour-wise, doesn't it? So that could go on there, but it would only be a thin pocket. It wouldn't be a very thick pocket, wide pocket. That would just fit. That's a bit wider. That's a wrinkly pocket. She has, she being Amy, also has individual kit now that is just pockets. That's what I was trying to say. That one's too wide. Maybe I want it to show up a little bit more on there. So maybe I would put it on that. I quite like that actually. I do quite like that. I don't know why. I don't think there's any reason why, but that is, I think I am going to put that on there. Just thinking I need to, something across the top of that. Just because it's it's 200 GSM copy paper, but I just want to add a little bit of paper to it just to make it that bit more. Just snip around that. Oh dear, stuck to my scissors or stuck to my finger. Never mind. Yes, I think I will see if I can find a couple of Tim Holtz brothers. I think in the ones that I've got, I think I know that I've got 3. I think there's one with 3 gentlemen on it. Is that a bit silly? Oh, the things that go through your head when you sat crafting, honestly, I'm not kidding. I'm going to stick this on the page. Yes, I will have to look for those Tim Holtz men. Oh, everything's always so sticky so quick. That's on there. Maybe this is the music that they're dancing to when they go out. Sticky fingers. And then I'm gonna, it won't be a great big pocket, this one. I think it looks nice. Nancy Piter has a YouTube channel, and she's done a couple of videos using Amy's pocket kits, and she's made some amazing pockets with them. If I remember, I will put a link to Nancy's channel or to the video that she did, because it's just such fun the way that she used them and decorated them. I might look for some words to go on there, I don't know, but I like that pocket. And I like the ladies, so that's that one. I did have, oh yes, I can say I did have another one. I thought I had. So this one, I don't obviously want it to be as wide as that. If I do it 5 inches, that would be 2.5. I don't need it that wide. Let's just cut it there. Oops, I don't know where that bit came from. These papers, they kind of look almost 3D. You know, as if they've got depth. Is it called flock wallpaper? I'm just going to fold that back on itself again so that that's a pocket. And I suppose as well, going back to, this is now 2 journals, it's not going to take me that much longer to fill it, because I'd have still had to fill the same number of pages if it was a 2 signature journal, wouldn't I? Sorry, just checking the stickiness. And it is. Get that glued down. I think I am going to skip that page and I'm going to put it on this one. I like that. Yes, I like that. So let's put that on there. Very quiet while I'm trying to glue in a completely non-straight line. No way was that a straight line. No way, Jose. Now, do I want to use one of Amy's pockets on here as well? See, I quite like that one. No, too wide. You tried that on the last one, Carol. I do quite like that one. It looks as if the flowers are growing out of it, doesn't it? Should we have that one on there? Just because I've taken the time to cut them out, I want to use them. I'm sure there are others in these kits between them as well, but for some reason I've only got these. Perhaps I didn't print them. I'm perhaps thinking of the other kits. Sticky bits. Now, do you think I should put something behind this as well? I have got some, oh, I did have some German book page, but I don't know where I've put it. I wonder whether to use, put a bit of that behind it. Cut a bit off the bottom. I don't know where I got these papers from. It wasn't AliExpress. What's the other name? Is it Temu? I think somebody said to me that Temu was very good and order stuff from it. And I think this is what I ordered, but I haven't ordered anything else. I think I'm trying to read this little bit here and it says, I don't know what it is. It's a correspondence card. So, dear wife, children, I think you have to cross. Oh, I see. So, dear folks, here I enjoy loafing. I am broke. People here are accommodating. Here it's hot, bone dry. So it's a little bit like what you'd put on. Oh, I quite like that. I was going to cut it off, but you know what? I'm not. I'm going to leave it. And I'm going to put the pocket on there because they're going on holiday, aren't they? They're going on the travels and they're going to have to fill in. Yeah, I am. I'm going to put it on there. It will fit, won't it? Yep. So they're going on the travels and they've got the autofill postcards. Just a bit of fun. And I'm just thinking I might prefer that one so you can see more of those autofills. No, for the bigger pocket. The bigger pocket. Go with what you thought initially, Carol. That's just a bit of fun, isn't it? Right, let's get that on there. I think it just makes the pocket stand out that little bit. And seeing as these folks are on their holidays, they can take their autofill postcard with them. Okay, so I've done a little bit more. Got quite a bit to do still. But when I come back next time, I'll try and have some journal cards or something go into both of these. So I hope you like what I'm doing. I now have two for one. Hey ho. I'll carry on filling them and I will catch you all later. Take care, folks. Bye.